Good morning, students. Welcome to Python class. In today's class, I'll explain you about list in Python. Okay, so what are the lists, how to create a list, and how to convert a list into the matrices, a list into the arrays, and what are the methods are available to manual list. Okay, that we'll discuss today. Actually, before going into the different functions and all, let me give you the definition of a list. Okay, so list in a Python is nothing but it is like an array only, but it stores the elements of different data types. Okay, what is the list? List is like array, but in array what we do, will store elements of a same data type, no? But in case of list in Python, what will store elements of different data type. Okay, and next list is a collection of items, or we can say that a list is a collection of elements, and each element may be of different data type. Okay, and each and every element in the list is separated by a comma. So each and every list item is separated by a comma. Below you can see the list. Here I have created a two list, right? So one is a L1 and the second one is a L2. What are the list items in the list? 1 John, 102 USA. 3 there, no? In that 3, one is a string and one is an integer. So if it is a string, it should be it should be enclosed between a double quotes. Only the thing you need to observe here is, if it is an array, will store elements of the same data type. If it is a list, we can store elements of different data types. Okay, now the next one is list indexing and splitting. See, indexing means what actually? List means it is a collection of elements. It's more than one item. Okay, if it is more than one item, each and every item is identified with the index number. We can say that it is a position number. Okay, so same thing already we discussed in a string. Each and every character in the string is identified with the index number. Similarly, in list also, each and every element is identified with the index number. And that index number starts from a 0, and the last element will be a length minus 1. Okay, what is the first element? 0, and the last element is a length minus 1. So here I have given one example. You see, list equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total how many elements were there? 6 elements. What is the index of the first one? 0. The second one is a 1. Third one is a 2, like that. Okay. You can see here I have given 0 equals to 0, 1 equals to 1, 2 equals to 2, 3 equals to 3, 4 equals to 4, 5 equals to 5. Total 6 elements are there. Okay. Now, here slicing means what? So here I have given slicing also. Slicing is nothing but it is a process of extracting part of elements. In case of a string, slicing is nothing but extracting. Here slicing is nothing but extracting a few elements from a list. See here, list 0 colon. 0 colon means colon, after colon nothing I have given. So what it means? All the elements. Okay, from 0 to till the end I want all the elements. It is a list of 0. Next, a list of colon means all the elements. List of 4 means I want elements from index number 2 to 4. And a list 1, 3 means I want elements from list 1 to 3. Okay, so from where to where you want to extract a part, that information will give. Okay, so here you see, it is a variable. If you are using if you want to slice, you can slice in a different ways. Okay, so stop step from where you want to extract, and where the extraction should be. What I am doing here, I am printing elements 0 to 3 I am printing. Now the next one, slicing I have given. Slicing from where to where I am extracting elements from 0 to 6 means all the elements I am printing. Next you see list of colon, it is also all the elements. Next 2 to 5, so the index number 2 to 5, between 2 to 5 whatever elements are, that is printed, 5 is excluded. Now the next print list 1 colon 6 colon 2 means I want to create a substring with the elements, and that element should be between 1 to 6, and every element should increment by 2, means alternative elements will be printed. Okay, these are all parts I have explained in arrays. Once you go through that, the negative list, see, just know what I have explained, no? Extracting, slicing, everything, that is from positive index, means from that is from left to right. But example, if you want to extract elements in a reverse order, that is right to left, then in a Python we'll use a negative indexing. Okay, so negative indexing start from -1 and it will ends at the length. Okay, so if it is a positive index, the index number starts from a 0 to length -1. If it is a negative index, it starts from a -1. Okay, here you see I'm printing negative elements. I means I'm accessing elements in a backward direction. That is the negative positioning I'm giving. -1 means what? The last element 5 will be printed. -3 to all. Okay, so 3 to all elements will be printed. So like that. So here in a negative index, what we'll do? Uh, we'll give index numbers from right to left. -3 colon -1 means whatever elements are there between -3 comma -1, that is printed. Okay, now you see the slicing just have explained, no? Extracting an elements. Here my list is contains some 8 elements, and are printed. Now -5, the last from negative indexing. Okay, so like this you can extract a part of a list also using a slicing. Okay, and in two types of, one indexing and the second one is a negative index. Positive index means it indexing is given in a left to right direction. If it is a negative, right to left direction. Okay, now operating on list means what operations you can perform on a list, that list I have created. One is a list and the second one is a list one. Yeah, just you see list plus list one. So the total all elements are added and that is printed. So what will be your output? Physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. That's it. So using the plus operator, you can elements of a list. Next, updating a list. Okay, you can update a list means if you want to change any value, that is possible by using a updating list. Okay, understand? So here to update, what we are using here, we are using an index number. See, actually basically in a index uh, in this list what you have, 1997 is there, no? There what I am doing, I am substituting a 2001. So list of 2 is nothing but the index number. In that index number what I am putting, 2001 I am putting. Okay, so updating, you are modifying a value. You can modify by using index number. Next you can delete a value. Okay, if you want to delete also, just if you want to delete any element from a list, easily you can delete. Just you need to give the index number, that's it, and you need to use a del operator. Del, which deletes a list item. From which list you want to delete, that list information you should give list1. And what is the index? 2. So what is there in the index number 2? That is deleted. So 197 is there, no? That will be deleted from the list. Now list will give the starting value and ending value. Between a starting value and ending value, whatever elements are there, now all those elements are printed by using a range. Okay, so here you see for n in range 6. So elements from range 6 elements are printed. Okay, so first one just will give the how many elements you want by using a range and only one variable. And if you want to uh, give a starting and free where to where you want an elements, then we'll give range start comma stop. So where to where you want an element, that information will give and will print that one. Next, range start stop step, where to where you want two parameters and step. Every element, for each element how much you want to increment, that is nothing but the step, right? So this already I've explained in the array once you go through that. The next one is modifying elements of a list. You keep it on my table, right? At the end of one list, a new list will be added. Okay, a new element is added, that is an append. Here you see basically 7432 list, 4 elements. With the 4 elements we had a list, so that list what we are adding, 3 we are adding, that is append 3. Extend. Okay, here we are extending. Okay, means adding a new elements at the end by using x. Next, insert method. Wherever you want to insert number of elements, you can insert, but where you want to insert, that index number you should give. See in this example, insert 4 comma 1 comma 2 I have given. So in the fourth position, fourth index number, what I want to insert, 1 comma 2. Here you can see the output, 1 comma 2 is inserted at the index number 4. Now the next one is a repeat. So repetition also I have explained in strings. If you want to print a same string number of times, then we'll use the repetition. Similarly, here also in a list also you have a repetition operator. Using this repetition operator, you can print same list number of times. What operator will use? Asterisk operator will use to print the same number list multiple times. So in this example, number is the list. How many elements are there? 3 elements are there. Asterisk 3. What it means? The same list is printed 3 times. It is nothing but creating a duplicate copy. Now next you see membership list. Membership list, this also I have explained in string, in and not in. Using these two operators will check whether whatever element you are searching, that is there in the list or not. If it is there, you will get it true using the in operator. If it is not there, you will get it true in not in operator. Okay. So in operator means it returns true if the given element is there in the list, else it will give the false. Not means it will search element in the list. If it is there, you will get a false. If it is not there, then you will get a true. Opposite result you will get. In this example, you see one list is there, apple and banana, and I am searching banana is there or not. Banana in X. So banana is there in the list. So you will get a true. The second one you see apple, banana, banana not in X. You will get false. Not in. If it is not in is true, then you will get a true result. But it is there now, so that is why you will get a false. The next one, aliasing. Aliasing is nothing but giving a another name to an existing list. Okay, so giving a reference to the list. Already there one list is there. That name again you are giving a one more name. Then that is called as aliasing. Okay, so here you see the definition. The process of giving another reference variable to the existing list is called as aliasing. Right? Here you see x equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 7 elements are there in the list. Next you see y equals to x have given. So whatever elements are there in the x, no, that are assigned to y. So in this case what happened is elements in a x and y both are same. Whatever elements are there in the x, no, that are assigned to y. In this case what we do is x and y will give the same. See, what is the index actually? Using an index function, you can display the index of a given character. Okay, here you see uh, list dot index element and start. This is a syntax actually. Here we have a same list. Print list dot index of 2. Index of 2 means in the index number 2, whatever element is there, no, that element is printed on the screen. That is the index. The next one is a pop. Okay, so pop, what it will do, just it will remove an element from the last. Okay, understood? Now the next one is a removes an element. Okay, but from where it will remove? It removes from a starting, or you can give a particular index where you want to remove an element. The next one is a reverse. Whatever list is there, that list you want to display in the reverse order, then we'll use the reverse function. Next, creating a list from a user input. So till now, whatever list elements are there, that all those list elements I have initialized in the program itself. But if you want to take values from a user at runtime, then you can use this topic, that is creating a list from a user input. Means whatever values the user give, no, based on that a list is created. Okay, here you see first I have created a list, that is a null. Why? Because no element is there and I will take elements from a user input. Now n equals to int, whatever elements you are collecting from a user, that should be int. Input, input is a function which is used to take input values from a user. So, okay, now whatever list elements you are taking, that element should be between 0 to n, right? So input, enter number of elements, how many elements you want, with how many elements you want to create a list. Example, that is a n. Now come to the next line. For I in a range 0 to n is nothing but the range, how many maximum number of elements you want. Function will print all the elements between 0 to n. If I'll give n equals to 5, then the elements will be printed like a 0 to 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So an list is created with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now append element. Elements 5. Okay, so 5 elements will be mean the maximum size is 5. Next, first I will give the size, next I will give the elements 12, 33, 0, 5, 13. So that are printed on the screen. Next you see finding biggest and smallest elements in a list. See, list, as I already explained, list is a collection of elements. If it is a collection of elements, there is a chance of giving a more than one element. So if you are giving a more than one element, and if you want to find out which is the biggest element and which is the smallest element, that you can find out using a built-in functions, or you can find out by using a minimum and maximum function also. Okay, so here first I am creating a list with the user input, because int input I have given. So here how many elements you want, the user will give, and all the elements are also given by the user only. And whatever list the user is given, no, using that from that list we are finding the maximum and minimum. Here you can see max. Max means what? Here the function which is used to display the biggest number from the list. So max in the bracket, what I have given? List. Next, min, I have given a list. So whatever minimum element is there in the list, that is printed by using a minimum, min. Next, append, already I have explained. Minimum also I have explained. Number of occurrences of using a count function. Using a count function, these all functions are repeated, already these functions I have explained in one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, three-dimensional array. In string, again I am explaining same functions in a list. Okay, so count function is used to count the number of occurrences of a given letter in a string. Now the next one is the finding common element in the list. See, actually using this set and intersection, two functions, you can find a common letter, common number in more than one list. Okay, so here we'll use two functions. One is a set and the second one is the intersection. What is a set actually? This set function is used to convert your list into the set. Okay, if it is a set, then only you can apply the intersection function, right? So that is why whatever list is there, that list we are converting into the set, and based on that set we are performing a intersection function. Okay, if you perform intersection function, then you can find the common elements from a in this you can create a common elements. Next, nested list. Nested list means if you are creating a one list from another list, one list inside another list, then that is called as a nested list. Here you see, I have created one list, L equals to A comma, after A, B, C comma, D, D, D. Actually here one right, comma, E, E, comma, F, F. That is the list, because once you can check it. Okay, square brackets, separate square brackets I have given. Okay, now the next G comma H. List, because that is enclosed in a square brackets. Okay, so CC DD. Again after that what you have, EEFF, that is also separate list, EEFF. Next to G dot G comma H. List, one list inside another list, then that is called as a nested list. Okay, so this is create nest A4 B1 comma B D2 C3 C4 D1 D2 D3 D4. Four lists are there. List actually inside the main list. These are the sub list. Actually, these are all nested list, because these are all enclosed in another brace, right? Now you can convert that list into a matrix form using a matrix form and list. Whichever list you want to convert into the matrix form, just you give matrix form, inside the bracket you give the list. So whatever list you have given, that is converted into the matrix. Okay, so this is about list topic in Python. So list is nothing but it is like array only, but where we'll store a element of a different data type elements you can store. Actually this is very similar to vectors in Java. Okay, in Python we have arrays, but in that array we used to store elements of the same data type, but here we are storing elements of a different data type. That's it. Whatever functions you performed on the array, same functions you can perform in a list also. Okay, so this is about list. Thank you.